Greetings everyone, this is Comedic Arts, aka Kim Arts. How are we doing today? We are coming today with our Cosmic Divine Message from the universe. And we have the Sacred Oracle. So this is the last Friday of February. Oh, turning over cards already. Ooh, wow. Wow, we are coming with our message for our Friday, February the 29th, Cosmic Divine Message. Okay, do a little tinctures here. Ooh. Awesome. All right. Break up any of that negativity energy. I'm going to need you to look right there. Thank you. Now, come back to the message. All right. This is our divine message for today. We have soulmate. Soulmate, love, partnership, magnetic attraction between two people, union. You discover a deep sense of self through a relationship with others. And then we have a place beyond time. And we've seen both of these in my in some of my readings for the signs. So someone needs to hear this today. Don't get so caught up with the everyday drama of life. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and allow it to carry you into a peaceful place inside your heart, an external place beyond time, filled only with love. And then we have dreaming of you. Beautiful, beautiful. Someone you love will appear to you in your dreams. They reflect a part of you, a time of remembrance, a time of reflection and healing. So that is our Cosmic Divine Message for this Friday, the last Friday in February, the 28th. Tomorrow is the 29th. And that is our message. So, a soulmate, a place beyond time, and dreaming of you. Wow. Whoa, that is powerful. And on the top of the deck, we have our beautiful blessings card, the rainbow. So plenty of us will be seeing rainbows this year. You know, we'll be seeing rainbows. Oh, and then we have the healing card. Plenty of us will be healing, rainbow and healing. And then we have, ooh, silver vibration. Whoa. It's like the silver lining, right? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Is all I can say. What a message. What a message. I don't even know if we can even do anything, say anything with that. That is just perfect. Soulmate. So some of you will be meeting your soulmates this year, is what I'm hearing. You will be making that connection. You have manifested this. So this is what you've been manifesting: a love, a partnership, a magnetic attraction between two people, a true union. You know, not the false relationship, the superficial, not something built on the physical, but on a deeper level, a spiritual level, a spiritual connection. And that only comes from the soulmate. You know, this is something done not even on a physical plane here. You know, this is passion and romance, and then the sun, the abundance of the sun. You know, it's like fire, you know. You discover a deep sense of self through a relationship with another. So on your journey, when you meet your soulmate, if you're not already on that journey to meeting your soulmate, or have met your soulmate, and then you're coming back into reconnecting with your soulmate, if your soulmate has been out of your life, or you know, around you for some period of time, that the universe is telling you that, you know, your soulmate is coming back, that person is coming back. And this is something that, you know, you had to go through. Both of the parties, the persons had to go through to finish up doing what they needed to do, you know, for themselves, to finish up awakening or finish up healing a certain part of them, so that when the soul mate connection happens, that it's on the level that it was in the beginning, or that it was intended to be on, okay, which was spiritual and not physical, but a spiritual level, much deeper than the artificial or the superficial level, the physicality. Okay, so you're dealing with soulmate. This is a divine contract, a divine agreement between two souls that traveled through dimensions in different lifetimes. You know, they've shared together. You know, this stuff is real. We don't just end up with certain people. Like some people are our lessons, yeah, because they help us to get ready for our soulmate, or to help us finishing up doing what we need to do so we can be with our soulmate. Doesn't necessarily mean a person that we love is our soulmate or our twin flame. You know, it doesn't, or a kindred spirit. But a soulmate is something that you just know deep, somewhere deep, that you know this person. You feel that deep connection on a soul level, you know, on a soul level. So that is totally different than, you know, just getting married and then getting divorced the next month or two. That's not a soulmate. You know, that was a lesson, you know. Or even being married so many years, 15, 10 years, you know, 15, 20, and then you're not with that person anymore. That was a lesson. That wasn't your soulmate. You know, that was something you needed to go through to learn. That was something that person needed to go through to learn as well. But a lot of us throughout the 2020 will be coming back in reconnecting with the, you know, the divine reflection, the masculine and the feminine aspect of ourselves on a soul level. And that's the most powerful level, you know, that soul connection. You know, many lifetimes together you spent, you know, in different transformation, in different forms of energy, and you still found your way, you know, to each other in this lifetime. That is very, very powerful, very powerful. And a place beyond time, okay? Don't get caught up in the dramas of life. We can't waste time on just drama and things that don't really mean us any good, or that take us away from ourselves. You know, when we get caught up, or we get too anxious or too in a hurry, we're to stop, you know, focus, concentrate on our breath. Always go back to the breath, because the breath will just, when you concentrate on the breath, everything goes, you know. And if you feel yourself, when you're doing a meditation and you feel yourself getting away from your breath, you just still focus back on hearing your breath, and then it'll go again. Yeah, you can take note of it. Take note of what thoughts pass through your mind when you're trying to meditate, because it's challenging at first for some people. It's hard to, you know, slow that mind down and get that mind to kind of just stop thinking and just be in a total silent mode where no thoughts pass through the mind, and the mind is still and silent, you know. But the more you practice, the more you'll develop a mastery for meditation, you know. And you can start off with 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It doesn't matter. The idea is to get you in the practice of doing it. And once you get in the practice of doing it, then it's like a second nature. When you feel you're getting, you know, worked up, or you just go back to your breath. Let me take a deep breath. You know, the thing that says, woo, saw, you know, that's to try to get you to kind of like, okay, whatever you're riled up about, it ain't that important. Focus on your breath. You know, control that adrenaline, you know, because that's what's going to do the damage to you, is getting all bent out of shape and running your blood pressure up and being anxious for nothing, you know, or in a hurry for nothing, to go nowhere. So learn to focus on your breath and allow it to carry you into a peaceful space inside your heart, the sacred space inside your heart. Okay, an eternal place beyond time, filled only with love. So love is a whole nother vibration by itself. And then you got dreaming of you. You know, you've dreamed of this soulmate. You've dreamed of this connection. All your many lifetimes, you know, when you had to, you know, transform into something else, that your souls knew it would find its way back again. I love this. I'm a poet as well. I write poetry, and it was one, I think, Emily Bonte, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of her last name, but I think it starts with a B, and it says, whatever our souls are, his and mine are the same, something like that. You can Google it. That is the most profound poem little quote or whatever that I've ever heard. And it reminds me of this soulmate. Whatever soul we are, his and mine are the same. So that's a deep soul connection. That's a deep soulmate. Yeah, we can love a lot of people. We could have had deep feelings for a lot of people. But everybody ain't your soulmate. That is, and if that's your mission when you came here was to find your soulmate, believe me, that's what you're going to do. But not everybody chose that mission. Not everybody chose the mission of my soulmate. Because that is like the ultimate, you know, connection you could ever have, you know, between masculine and feminine. You know, that oneness, the real oneness. So yeah, dreaming of you. You've been dreaming a place beyond time, dreaming of your soul connection, you know, in this dream, you know, and here comes someone that, you know, in the next few months, you know, someone you love may appear to you in a dream, or will appear to you in a dream. You know, they will reflect a part of you. Okay, because yeah, you know, if it wasn't for our ancestors, we wouldn't be here. If they wouldn't came before us and paved the way, we wouldn't be here. And then so forth and so forth and so forth and so forth. Our grandchildren and children will say about us. You know, if it wasn't for grandma, grandpa, my mama, or whatever, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, they will reflect a part of you. So take the time, you know, a time of remembrance, a time to reflect, a time of reflection and healing. So, you know, reflecting on their life, reflecting on the healing that has taken place over time with them not even being here, but you've made it. You've healed from, you know, the loss of their physical presence, but their presence is still actually within you, but you just can't see them anymore. You see them in pictures or whatever like that, but I'm talking about like in a physical 3D form. You know, I'm talking about you don't see them here with you now, but they are within you. And we call those our ancestors. And that's what we mean when we say ancestors. Those are the cells, you know, in you, those living cells, those living genetic, you know, makeup, and that they've left in us, their imprint, you know, their love, their compassion, you know, or whatever they had wished and hoped that we would become, you know, for us, you know, we want to live that. We want to receive that abundance. Because I don't think any of our ancestors said, I want my grandchildren to be poor and broke. I don't think that any of our grandparents, with the struggles that they face, want any of their grandchildren and great-grandchildren and, you know, their children to be struggling. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it, okay? Nobody can tell me that your grandmother did. I am a grandmother. And from the moment they were born, I have spoken life and great things in them. I'm talking about days old, 1 day old, first day old, few hours. You don't say you're going to be poor. If you're a grandmother, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a grandparent or grandfather, you know what I'm talking about. So you can't sit up here and tell me that your ancestors wished you to live in lack. L-A-C-K. No, they did not. They did not. If they do, I don't know what kind you got. And I know all of our ancestors ain't, from the same tribe and the same vibe. And, that's okay. If you had the mean, hateful one, as they say, okay. It's all good in the hood still. But I don't, uncles and nephews and nieces and aunties, when they, I just don't think they would want that. Now, if they're on the jealous side and they the bitter ones, then yeah, they probably would. And we probably all have some of them in the family. But I'm saying from your mother and your grandmother, that did not come. I don't think that, I just cannot buy that they would want their grandchild, because a child is so innocent. And when you see a baby, a newborn, you melt. You get so emotionally just overcome with love that how could you even let something evil come out of your mouth for something so innocent, But, I guess people like that exist. It's always got to be a contrast to something, or a flip side, a parallel universe to something, of that nature. So I wouldn't say it totally exists, but I know my grandparents and my mom didn't wish that for me. And I didn't wish it on myself either. And that ain't even my choice. You know what I'm saying? That's not my mission. I know my mission. And it behooves a lot of us to start soul searching this year to find out what our purpose and our mission and our lessons, for coming here, for choosing to manifest here in this realm. I think so that we can get on the right path to where we need to go and where we need to be, as individuals and as a collective human species. And you'll always, hear me talk about human species and humanity, because that is so important to our survival, and not losing the connection, the physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, psychological connection. Is so many levels to us than just 3D, third dimension, third density. It's so many levels to that, that I think, we haven't even begun to even scale back, and peel back the layers of us. But we'll get there in time, individually, or however our journey leads us. People will get there. We'll get there. It's no hurry. We don't have nothing but time down here. We got time. We either going to repeat it or we going to learn and graduate. That's it. You're either going to repeat it or learn and graduate. So that is our divine message today. And I hope that it inspires and motivates everyone to seek and search for their soul purpose, in this realm, and not just let it be about the physical, but be in every aspect of your being. Okay. In every aspect of your being. Seek to be whole, okay? Seek that wholeness. You already whole, but to engulf it and to hold it and to see it manifest in this realm just does something totally different to you. Then, you have fulfilled your purpose without a doubt, and that's not, everybody doesn't get that chance to do that, and they have to come back through, and they have to come back through and repeat. They have to come back through and repeat, this lesson all over again until they master it or till they graduate. It's one big school. Earth is just one big school. We're all learning. We're learning at different levels. We're learning at different speeds. We're learning at different vibrations. We're learning from different patterns and sequences. And then we have our consequences that get thrown up in there from the choices that we make. Because every choice will lead you to a consequence. And even no choice is a choice. And it still holds a consequence. So, and then a lot of them will hold more than one consequence depending on what you have chosen, right or wrong or good or bad. You have other consequences behind it. You have another vibration that you have to come up for. So the best thing is to always keep your vibration high so none of that stuff phases you, because if you get down here on this low vibration and it's just coming like avalanches on you, then it's hard to dig yourself back above ground, above that, air, to get the air, because you're buried under this avalanche of low vibrational stuff. And to fight your way back up is very taxing. And if you ever paid attention to your vibration and what lowers your vibration, like if you're actually in tune with your being, you can tell when something you did lowered your vibration. And boy, it is like a fight for your life to get back up on that level. I have done that, did that, got that t-shirt, don't want to do that no more, because it just takes so much more effort to get me back up where I was. And sometimes I can never get to that vibration. Like it's vibrations I had 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, and I want it back. And I'm like, how do I get that vibration back? I need that one. That one was, that one was on point. But see, I've evolved. Even though that I can remember that vibration clear as day, I've evolved. So I'm at a different vibration now, a different level now, spiritual level now, a deeper one that it's like you can remember looking back like, dang, that vibration right there, I was rocking, rolling, I was getting it, it was so good. I felt so good back then. Not that I don't feel good now, but I can literally tell the difference, So, just cherish every moment of your journey, because it comes into play as you get on with your journey and further along your journey. You're going to remember when you could manifest things, when you did this, when you manifested that, or this happened, and, where your level was, where your mindset was, in all of it, and why you attracted what you attracted. And I'm telling you now, a lot of what you're attracting now came from that vibration. It just got here. So that's why I'm saying you're gonna want to be back in that vibration, because now you're knowing what it brought forth. Now you're seeing what it manifested. It just took those light years to get here, because you had some more things to fix. You had some more areas to heal from. You had some more waking up to do on different aspects of yourself. So when the fullness came, you can engulf or embody the whole fullness of what you manifested. Not one level got to be out of place. Mental, physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual. Not one level can be out of place to manifest whatever it was you were trying to manifest. They all have to be on a law of one vibration for you to manifest. So some of your manifestations from way back when, where you were really, in it and hot and just going like, like you caught fire or something, it's just now getting to where it manifests. So you're finna be seeing this abundance and this overflow just pour into your life out of nowhere, and you're gonna be wondering, well, what's going on? It was your vibration. You caught up. You caught up. You learned your lessons while it was still back there, doing everything, whatever it was doing. You were still preparing and still fixing and still mending and still working on yourself diligently, consistently. So now it's like, ta-da, here you go. Here you go. This is for you. You asked for it. You're ready for it now. Because see, we can fool everybody else all we want. But you cannot fool the universe. You cannot fool the subconscious, the super subconscious. You cannot fool You can fool everybody else on a conscious level, pretending to be something you're not, all day long, all year long, or whatever. But you cannot fool your subconscious, and you cannot fool the super subconscious mind. You can't do it. It knows your vibration. It knows where you're at. It knows the work you've done, because its job is to give you the manifestation of what you are doing, because you're being and you're doing. You're not being and not doing. You're being and doing. You're growing and you're evolving. So it has to be rewarded. That energy has to be returned to you, multiplied. If it was something that someone tried to stop you from doing, or interfere with you from doing, or cause you a delay from manifesting something quicker, whatever the case may be, or you just was self-sabotaging yourself because you were fearful, now scared, or whatever the reason or excuse may be. So it is powerful. Our universe is so powerful, and our universe listens. I'm telling you, it listens. We got to get in tune. We got to get in tune with our universe. And that's what this is all about. Getting in tune with your universe to manifest the life that you desire, that you dream, that you deserve, that you know you should have, and that you deserve. It's your birthright to have. To live in peace and abundance and prosperity, success, great wealth, great health. That is your birthright. Lacking is not a birthright. To be in need all the time and not have is not a birthright. Abundance is our birthright. Abundance, prosperity, wealth, success, healing, health, and money, if that's what it got to come to, because you can't get anything without money, and then you can transfer it into whatever commodity or tangible, intangible commodity you want: gold, oil, gas, land, real estate, duplex, apartment, cars, antiques, collecting coins and dollar bills. I don't know, whatever you desire to put that money in. Fancy artwork, expensive wine bottle that age and that's $1,000, so or so or whatever. Go to antique stores and buy these one of a kind pieces. Whatever you choose to take that money and reinvest it in something tangible and intangible, then you're building generational wealth. Because you're putting it in something, whether stock market, hedge fund, options, whatever you have to do to grow it, that it grows while it's sitting there. Not just hoarding the money and not doing nothing with it, because you ain't doing nothing with it to produce anything, then it is useless. Because you're just trading it back and forth with whatever you buy, consuming, but it's what you're consuming is not bringing you money. That's a liability. We are to put assets into place. We are to build assets. General wealth is about assets, not liabilities. Yeah, we can enjoy some things that we like, purses or whatever, but when you go overboard, that's a bit much. But that's to each his own. But do you really need that? Like, can you drive 5 cars at once? Can you wear 20 shoes at one time when there's people out here that don't have shoes? Can you live in 4 houses at once and an island? It's a lot of homeless people out here. And everybody has their own vision and what they want to do with their, whatever they manifest and wealth they manifest is true. But we wonder why the condition of our country is the way it is. Because of the liabilities, because of the consumer, the animalistic nature, the ego. Kill, steal, and destroy, or be destroyed, right? It's just time to raise the level of vibration up on the planet. It's, you know, in ourselves, it's time to raise the vibration up. It's time to encourage one another to raise the vibration up. It's time to challenge one another to raise the vibration up. Some people don't know how. Some people don't even know where to begin, and they desire it, but yet they don't know where to begin. And that's what we are here for as spiritual guidance, you know, spiritual teachers and Reiki masters like myself, and, you know, spiritual healers like myself. We are here to guide, you know, to just point you in the right direction so you can begin the work yourself, because we cannot do the work for you. We can give you all the books. We can tell you to go get all the crystals, everything you want. But if you're not putting forth the effort in your own healing, then none of what we tell you is going to be beneficial to you anyway. Not even reading the cards is going to be beneficial to you if you're not putting in the work toward self-improvement or self-empowerment and self-enlightenment. Because we can't walk that walk for you. We can only walk that walk for ourselves, which we've already done and mastered. You have to do it on your own. We're just here to guide you as light beings, to show you the path to take toward there. Because with all the distractions, it's hard to see where to start. It's overwhelming. I know when I became, you know, awakened and into consciousness, it was overwhelming because it was so much out there, but yet I was so excited. It didn't really faze me because I was just excited all the knowledge I was uncovering and that I was remembering, and I was like happy-go-lucky, and I was like share. You know, this is good news. You know, I've been touched by an angel. It's just like you're happy to just, oh my gosh, what? Oh, this is exciting. And then you see yourself manifest, and so you want more manifestations. Then the manifestations get real precise. They get real exact. Because then you're coming into your own power, and you're knowing, oh gosh, I can make this happen. I can make this happen. But you have to still be aware and cautious not to do no harm at the same time. Because remember, that's your energy, and it will come back. If it's not sent out there in love, and it's sent out there in hate and trying to get back at somebody, then, you know, when it come back around and get mama, daddy, brother, sister, whoever, then you just know, or maybe you. I don't know. We don't know what the universe does with the energy we put out there. That's not for us to decide. You know, but when it comes back, it just know it's your energy, because it's what you put out that you're rewarded, you know, with or from. And if that reward is going to be lack, like taking something away, or if that reward is going to be receive an abundance of something, depending on your vibration and your intentions and your purpose and your energy and your mindset that the energy was put out there, because it was put out there on a vibration, and the universe honors vibration. That's all it knows. It knows vibration. It knows sound. That's it. Our first language. Silent sound. Okay. All this other stuff is extra, and we take it for granted. Okay. This is a beautiful message for Friday. I hope and just meditate that it really, really, truly, you know, warms the heart and lets you know that you're not on this path by yourself. It's nothing to be ashamed of. You know, because at times you do feel alone. I mean, I've even felt alone, but I know I'm not alone. But it's just because you shed so much during this journey. You lose friends that you thought you had. You You lose family members that you thought you had, you know, and all that stuff. You lose associates at work that you thought you know, that was, you know, fun, and you lose the attachment to certain places and things that don't even interest you anymore. You have no interest, and then all of a sudden you just find yourself sitting at the house. But you're at the house in peace, but you're at the house working on yourself. So it's like almost like the hermit card, the hibernation, going within, because you're in your own little bubble and you're trying to figure this stuff out, like, who am I and where am I going and what is my mission and how do I get home? You know, how do I get back home with all the distraction, all the programming that's been done? How do I get back home to my home planet? You know, and it's a spiritual journey. Using the physical senses, it's a spiritual journey. So you're not alone. You have all your ancestors, like I said before, within you, rooting for you. You got to learn to connect with them so they can help guide you, because they become your spiritual guides. A lot of times they are your spiritual guides that's watching over you. So talking to them, you know, it's not being crazy, because I talk to my ancestors all the time. You might even see my mouth moving one day, and you'll know. And I it may not be nobody in front of me, but I'm gonna be talking to them. Whether I say thank you, ancestors, for your time and contributions on this earth planet, in and on this earth planet. Ashe. Drop of water in a plant. Knock on some wood. You know what I'm saying? You have to, you see my wood right there? You have to respect your elements from which you were made and that are of you. Earth, wind, fire, air. The 7 African powers, like I did in one of the readings last night, and I posted it today. I had the 7 African powers, and they represent a lot of their elements, you know. So I will get familiar with your elements, because that's what you're made of. And that's what you're learning to govern. That's what you're learning to become a master at. Your own elements, controlling your own elements, controlling your water, controlling your air, controlling your fire, you know, controlling your earth, you know, this 3D flesh, this physical body, the material, control. It's about self-control. It's free will, but it's about self-control. Having self-control. Having a willpower, you know, a good mindset, a clear, firm, stable mindset to stay in your lane. Be a peaceful, sovereign person, a peacemaker, not a chaos maker or a destroyer or whatever you want to call it, wreaking havoc and chaos everywhere you go, like the Tasmanian devil or something, you know. Being a sovereign being, a peaceful being. This is beautiful. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Dreaming of you, place beyond time, and soulmate. The ultimate mission. That should be the ultimate mission. Because when you got that as an ultimate mission, everything else don't fall into place. That to me is the highest. That's the most high. That's the creator. You know, that's the most high. Look what card just flipped out. Inspiration. Your love, light, and wisdom touch the hearts and the minds of many. You will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration, and healing result. I could just about cry. You see that message they just gave me? Inspiration. That is like, I could just cry. I'm going to try to hold back my tears for now. I'll cry later. Because I know what they speaking to me. You know? And that's a beautiful thing to know, that you're providing so much inspiration and healing to others, using your physical, sacrificing your physical, your earth, to provide, you know, to help with miracles, inspiration, and healing to others. To be there when people think that they're by themselves. Giving your light, your love, and your wisdom. Touching hearts and minds of many. That's all we really, I mean, I don't know if that's all we all really want. But I know that's what I want. That's what I came for. You know, is to give back the inspiration that was given to me. I want to give it back to others, because I know how important it is. And I know that sometimes the spiritual journey can be a very lonely journey. But just know you're not alone. I have been, I can't speak for nobody else. I've been on every dimension. I've been in every dimension. Dimensions I didn't even know existed. And nobody was there but me. So you kind of gain a sense of, I don't know if you want to call it tough skin, or not really tough skin, but a sense of peace, because you've overcome it, and you have a better understanding for others that are about to go through it. I've been there. I can't speak for anybody else, but I can speak for myself. Spreading love, light, you know, and wisdom is my mission, to help those that may be going on this journey, so that they'll know they're not alone. And surround yourself with those type of people is so important. I cannot stress, when you're on your spiritual journey, surrounding yourself with spiritual people is very important. You lose, okay, I don't want to make this too long, but the spirit energy is taking me there, source is taking me there, because you have to understand, you came in here with an earth family. When you graduate, you receive a spiritual family. So your earth family, they your family, but they not really the family you running with. That's not your tribe or your vibe. You see what I'm saying? Because once you elevate, they looking at you cross-eyed anyway, because they don't understand. But once you elevate, you no longer want to do those things that they do. They don't interest you no more, first of all. And it may not hit you right off the bat. It may kind of gradually sneak up on you, and you're going to find yourself not wanting to do it. Because you're growing, and whatever you're into on your spiritual journey, that becomes significant to you. That becomes top. Number one priority, because you gain so much ground and you see your own evolution and your growth, that you ain't worried about earthly stuff. So you end up losing an earth family, you know, even though they're still your family, but you gain a spiritual family. And that's where the reconnecting is, disconnecting from the physical, but reconnecting with the spiritual. And a lot of people can't stand to lose their physical friends, or whoever they thought was their friends. But I'm going to tell you what, get spiritual on them, and you're going to see who your friend is. You're going to look around and see you by yourself most of the time, because they weren't your friend to begin with. Because if it was your friend, whether you grow and evolve or not, that person will still be there to support you in your growth, whether they want to choose to grow or not. I don't miss nothing. I look at everything. I'm a bull, of course. I look at everything. I dissect it all the way down to the atom, to the core. I'm peeling all the layers back. So you got to understand, you will have a spiritual family, so you're not alone. And those people will be the ones that encourage you, that, you know, when you feel like you missing out, or you feel alone, because you got to go through that growing stage of that, and that process of detaching from person, places, or things. You got to kill that ego. And that's hard, because the ego don't want to go nowhere, and he going to fight you to the end. I've been there, done that, got that t-shirt too. So you need your spiritual family, and to surround yourself around whatever that culture is for you, so that you can stay encouraged and have strength to pull and to draw off of when you are feeling those down days. Because it gets cold sometimes. It gets very cold. It gets very cold until you have sat in that cold, dark place and died, baby, you ain't worried about no physical death. Because when you went to that death, that one right there is, woo, that's the test of all tests. Till you die in that physical cold by yourself. Stripped. Until you sat out in the cold dark and went inside yourself. For years, I meditated. Years meditated on the balcony in the cold winter, in the hot of the summer, sweating, running all down my back, freezing, wrapped up in a blanket. I wouldn't move. I wanted to know. And not to know is worse. I had to know. And I would just stargaze, see visions, go into trance, wake back up, see visions, everything was just boop, 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 boop. Freezing my tail off, and I don't even like cold weather. But I was determined. I wanted to know for myself. So it's how bad you want to know. And that's how deep are you going to go. And if you don't want to know that bad, that's fine. You won't go that deep, because your subconscious ain't going to let you see something you're not ready for. And it's not going to let you hear something you're not ready for. But when it feel you're ready for it, and you can receive it and see it for what it is to you, then you'll see it. You'll understand it, you'll superstand it, and you'll overstand it. But you'll never lack understanding again. I guarantee you that. Because that part gone. You're going to have supreme superstanding. And once you, like they say, once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. Once you wake that part of you up, you can't go back to sleep. That's the all-seeing eye. That's what people are afraid of. Waking up and seeing what has been done, what they've done to themselves, who they've betrayed, who they've hurt, how bad of a child or whoever they were to their parents, how misleading they were to friends or family, how wrong they were. People don't know how to handle that guilt. But if you know, like I know, you just say you're sorry or apologize or whatever you need to do and make it right and move forward. It's all you can do. Is do better. And if you can't do better, be greater. But do better than what you were doing, and be better than what you was being. All roads lead to the goddess. All roads lead back to the goddess. All roads lead back to the goddess. No matter what nationality you are, no matter what religion you're in, no matter what spiritual level you're on, no matter what religious level you're on, all roads lead back to the goddess. And if you don't know what that means, when you're ready to know what that means, you'll know what that means. I'm going to leave it right there, because that's a great place to leave it. Peace, and thanks for watching Comedic Arts, aka Kim Arts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you all. Thank you for the donations. If you feel like you want to give any, I'm saying it in advance. Thank you in advance. I appreciate every little bit of love and support. And do subscribe, like, and tune in to the channel by hitting the bell so you can get that notification. And if you would like to schedule a private reading or need any spiritual guidance, you can email me. I will be, I'm here to serve. I'm here to guide. That's all I'm here to do. The choice is ultimately yours. What you do with whatever guidance that the Spirit says is up to you. So I'm just doing the work of my ancestors, that is my Creator called me to do, that brought me here to do. And that's all I can do, is be of service to others. And through serving others, I enlighten myself. Through healing others, I heal myself. As I heal, you heal. We all heal. And that's the main thing. And that is the main purpose. And that is spreading love. Love heals. And we need healing. Bottom line, we all need healing. Even me, I still need healing. Because the levels are so deep. We all need healing still. Every day. Peace, love, and harmony.